then just share the screen, just same as before. Hit share down at the bottom. And then you can hide the video. No, share.
And I can run off of this right here. Word. Cool. How's everyone doing today? Just one person?
One person's good.
He speaks for all of us.
All
Representative.
He killed it. We're good.
No one is blown away yet in all the stinking wind. All right, let me get started. Here. All right. So I got a couple people who were in class last week. So Rhonda, I'm just going to pick on you.
Yay.
How's it going with command? How we doing? We getting our contacts in, getting them
Yeah,
organized?
yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. So for those of you who weren't here last week, we talked about general settings and contacts as a whole. We are recording all of these, and we're going to be redoing some of the recordings. That way we've got quick little snapshots of stuff. And Lori's being so nice to bring me my coffee. Thanks, Randy.
Hey. Not a roll.
Right? So today we're going to do designs and smart plans. So, like all these classes, what questions do you guys have that you're hoping to get answered in today's class as it relates to designs and smart plans? Lori.
I would just kind of like to know, like, what can it do?
What can it do? Okay.
Like, just kind of basic 101.
Perfect. That one's easy. What else? Nothing? Nothing? All right. Then it's going to be a short class again. We're gonna have fun. All right. So let's go ahead. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. No, you did. You got another one?
I have another one. With the smart plans, just because I've tried to implement some of them, like what, I guess how you can, I keep hearing people talk about like being able to access other people's smart plans that have, like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad it makes sense.
Yeah. So we'll kind of talk about that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
We're talking about the smart plan library, other agents, and how we can access those. Because yeah, I mean, we're a huge fan of R&D.
Designs is the marketing materials.
Correct.
So
Yep.
we just want to see what the options are and how pretty it is.
So as I say, I'm going to write on the board for Jamie,
Pretty
pretty
marketing.
designs.
I'm with you there.
It's gotta be pretty. The other crap they had in ES was pretty sucky.
Yeah, some of it was. So, and I'll give you that. All right. So, well, make sure everyone's logged in. We're going to do this in real time. If you guys are logged in, play around. We're going to push buttons. We're going to have some fun with this. Jamie, we're not going to spend 4 hours today creating one flyer. I'm just going to tell you right now. Okay. But let's start there. Let's start in design. So when you guys are, again, logged in, if you can't remember what any of these are, if you click the KW logo in the top left-hand corner, it'll open it up, expand that out. And let's go down to design. So let's go see what we've got. So in designs, if you guys have started to fill out or create any of the designs like I have, you'll see all these different options out there. You might not have anything. It might be a blank page. That's okay, because we're going to create some. Up at the top, you'll also see email, landing page, social, print, agent site, and video. As you click on any of these, it'll start to take your main folder, like you see on my screen right here, and go, all I want to look at are all my videos that I've created. It'll think and it'll find that. On all of the pages in the bottom right, you'll see this little plus sign, and this is how you create your first design. So we're going to create a design. You got email, social, print, video, import PDF, and below that, you'll see import photos and text from a listing. So if you've got an active listing, we can use that. Does anyone have an active listing in MLS right now?
Pending listing.
You have a pending? We can find it. So Lori, we're going to use yours as an example. Real quick on the video one, the only thing that's in here right now are the neighborhood snaps. So if we click on video and hit
Hey,
next.
Seamus, I think I was a little late logging in. I'm at my design templates.
Correct.
Where do I go from here?
Bottom right, that plus
Oh,
sign.
plus sign.
Yep.
Thanks. Okay.
So what we're looking at here for create a video, it's search by neighborhood. So I created one, Clark Farms. It's one of the subdivisions, and you'll be able to see that in here. So these are all your subdivisions. So you can pick one. I'll tell you right now, not 100% of them are in here right now. If you've got properties up in the mountains, out in the rural areas like Pine, you're probably not going to find that right now. But I typed in Clark Farms. When I click on that and hit next, it's going to then prompt you, go in and do some market stats. So we can look at these things. The name of it, what's the average price point? $575, $880. Yeah, that sounds about right for Clark Farms. Average home prices are on the rise, on the fall. We can go in and look at that stuff. Your average price per square foot, number of homes for sale, average days on market. And then down here, neighborhood features. Now, it's got live features in here. I'm gonna tell you right now, I live in Clark Farms. We don't have live music. So make sure you're sending stuff out accurately. So if there's no live music scene there, go ahead and get rid of that. You can use this drop down and you can see all sorts of different things. We can add in, there's a lot of book lovers. Maybe there's a giant book club that goes around and just in that neighborhood. I don't know, but you can find some of those things in here. You can have up to 3 features. The next item you'll have is the agent information. This is you. It is always going to ask for a job title. I have put my job title into my settings. I can't tell you how many times. It's still not holding in place for some reason. So just know when you go through all this stuff, it might ask you to put in your job title. Whether that's realtor, I put in lead listing specialist for the team I'm on, whatever you want to put in there. Your email address, your phone number. Unless you want to take the information up on the screen down, and you can put all of that in your marketing, and I'll just go ahead and take your deals. I'm okay with that. Just kidding. Market center brokerage information, same thing as well. It does ask for your license number, so if you don't know it, go find it, write it down. It should automatically save in your settings, and you don't have to worry about typing that in 1,000 times. And then you hit next. Oop, please fill in all fields. I just told you about that, and I didn't put in my title.
Seamus, should this pre-populate when I put in the area, the neighborhood that I'm looking for?
It should. Again, now some of it, they're still porting in all of that data. So you might be one of those, you might be looking at that one spot that might not have data right now. So if that's the case, what I would do is just go into RE Colorado right now, pull those quick stats and everything and fill that stuff out. Missing another field. What am I missing? Oh, you have to have 3. I thought it was up 2. So let's say that dog lovers. I see a lot of dogs around my neighborhood.
And you can't add any.
As it stands right now, no. I am sure as time goes on, more of these neighborhood features will be added in. We might even have the option to add in our own customs. Once you have all that stuff, when you hit next, hold tight, it's creating a video. You can only have 3.
Oh, I tried to add some.
So 3, no more, no less. Have to have 3 in there. And it's running a video right now. You just sit back, relax, hang out, and let it go. I'm gonna hit back because I've already created this one. Maybe, nope, just kidding. I'm gonna hold tight and wait. out. So if you guys are going through that, here's what it does. I'm not sure audio and all that stuff, but we're just going to kind of watch this. That's your neighborhood video. It's a minute long.
Wow.
It took us talking through it probably 4 minutes, but if you're doing it, it's going to take you about 30 seconds. And you can set these up for any neighborhood you're farming. Anything like that. And the cool thing is you can download that video. So you can download that, you can upload that anywhere if you're putting it on a website, if you want to link it, put it on social media, any of that stuff. You've got all sorts of different options within this, and that's just one of the designs. Jamie, I'm going to pick on you for half a second. Is that pretty?
It's pretty-ish.
It's pretty-ish.
That was hurtful.
Is it easy to make though?
Oh, yeah, it's easy.
Again, great little thing to do.
I'm finding looking at mine, the information is inaccurate, so I have to go back to RE
Sure.
Colorado and pull correct stats.
Correct.
Because I know it's not even close.
Now, and you'll notice on the video that showed, this was the video I already created last week. That was for the 19th. It only had 3 homes on the prop, or it said 3 active homes, and the average price point was down like close to $1,000. So this thing updates, and you can update this as many times as you want. So if you're doing a neighborhood video, let's say you're on social media and you're part of one of the neighborhood communities, maybe you could go out and you could put that video out once a month and just say, hey, here's what's going on in that neighborhood.
So do you go back into the video that already exists for that neighborhood and edit it, or do you create a new one?
I would create a new one.
Create a new one.
Create a new one.
Because it doesn't update on its own.
Because it doesn't update on its own.
But if I want to go and just change the data, I can, but it doesn't really matter then.
But again, you're doing the same thing in there.
You just make a new one.
Correct. Yeah. For me, easy. I'm just going to redo it all myself and not worry about it.
You say there's 3 different to choose from.
There's
Could you ask Jamie if it was pretty
for those.
templates?
Oh,
Or
the
is this
templates. Right now, it's just
This
this
is
one. Yep. Right now, it's just this one.
It's not so pretty. It's cool.
It is. It's something fun to share.
Sure.
I just don't think it's that clear.
That's okay. And I'm going to challenge you on this, and I'm going to challenge everyone here. So, do we want something perfect or done? I'd much rather have something out there. It might not be perfect. When I used to teach a live, like how to do Facebook Live class, my favorite thing is, and as a general, ladies, you get dressed up, you put your makeup on, you do your hair and all that stuff. Randy and I kind of just roll out of bed, put a shirt on, I'm good,
Pretty much.
right?
Go.
When it comes to videos, and I've seen people, we had a green screen, almost a professional video room at the Golden office, that people would sit in there for hours creating 1 minute long video. What I'm going to challenge you guys on this stuff is, and I teach it in that video class, if you sneeze, roll with it. We're humans. We're not going to be perfect at all times. It's going to happen. For me, I would much rather have something go out than it be 100% perfect. And I know as time goes on, they're going to grow, and we're probably going to have more options for different types of videos on the neighborhoods as well. So let's look at some other things we can do. Let's go create another design, and let's go print. And let's go import photos
Hold on a second.
and text from a listing.
Back to that page.
Lori, with your permission, we're gonna make a bunch of flyers or something for your listing.
That's closing tomorrow. But
I was playing with mine that closed yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But my photos are awful.
It works.
So I clicked on print and the checkbox for import photos. When I hit next, it's going to pop up here and ask you to search for a property address.
1861 West
18.
Briarwood.
Briarwood, one word.
Avenue.
Right there. So you'll notice as we started typing that in, it's finding every address within Keller Williams that we can find. Because right now this is synced in with the KWLS, the Keller Williams listing system. This is not going to pull everything from MLS. It's not going to pull from the other companies. But when we select Lori's listing, it's going to sit there and think for a minute.
Quick question, Seamus.
Yes.
So going back, we hit print, correct?
You can hit anything on the bottom right, hit that plus sign, and that'll take you to everything. You don't necessarily have to click on those tabs up top. Those tabs up there are for your sorting purposes for when you've created a design. And let's say I want to send that out or print it tomorrow, I can go back in and find it. So when we're in print, over on the left-hand side, guys, look at all the options we have. I'm going to come around so I can kind of see some of this too.
Can you give me that address again? So I'll just use the same one.
1861 West Briarwood Avenue.
1861 West Briarwood Avenue. So when we're scrolling in here, over on the left-hand side for the KW app, you'll see jumbo postcards, flyers, large postcards, standard postcards. Over on the left-hand side, you've got listings and all these down arrows. For those of you who are trying to find where these are at, InDesigns, you have a listing presentation and a buyer presentation already made for you in here, and you can customize to order however you want to do that. And we'll go in and play with that here in a little bit too. But you got for sale listings, just listed, price updates. Lori gets to do this tomorrow and say just sold.
Ooh.
And there's a just sold door hanger, there's a flyer, or there's standard postcards.
That's really nice.
Same thing on buyer, you got presentations, neighborhood snap, Keller Mortgage. Under lead generation, you have home value, event invitations, client love, or I love KW. Business basics, if you want to create a business card or letterhead, it's in here as well. And leadership has some stuff in here as well. But because Lori's closing tomorrow, let's create a just sold postcard. Held out for you. So we clicked on the just sold postcards over on the left, and currently here's your 4 options. So let's pick this one, sold in X days. When I hover over it and click on use, it's going to take me back into command. And you'll see over on the left-hand side, you have images, text, icons, logos, and KWLS. So here's what's cool. Hey, Lori, there's all your photos.
Hey, how about that? Nice.
It's pulled all of the stuff in from KWLS, which is fed by RE Colorado. So what you put in RE Colorado is here. So we can go in here and select one of these. As we hover over this, you can use the plus sign to add the image and move it anywhere, or the little grid uses backgrounds. So let's go use that as a background. And we can change that background to whatever we want. We can also click into the sold in X days. And say it's sold in, I don't know, rough guess, 2 days? Look at that. I would want to, tell people about that. I just sold a house in 2 days. Now, what it's currently not doing, you'll notice up here, it didn't pull the address, bedrooms, bathrooms, square foot, or your built. But we can go in here and update these pretty quick. Just double clicking into that area, and then you can delete, highlight, anything you want. You can also add in other text. It'll pre-fill some of this for like your information, your website, your email address, your about, your team name. Icons, you can go into your library, you can put in different pieces, stock items. You can also add your own icons in here.
Are those like little stickers, James, that you would drag and put on?
Under the icons, yeah. Yeah, so if we go into, let's say, stock, and let's, I don't know, use a tree. You can click and drag that wherever we want. I can rotate it. If I don't like it, just click on it, hit delete or backspace. And then because this is a postcard, you'll see down on the bottom, we're playing with the front page of it. And we can go to the back and we can update this information as well. Again, fully customizable. You can do whatever you want. You can add in as many images as you want. You can change the text. You can change the font styles, all sorts of different things. And then I'm going to move this so we can see. And then up on the top right-hand side, you can change the name of this. So you can name it 1234 Main Street, sold, whatever the case is. You can also, right from here, download it. You can also share it. Or if you hit done, it's gonna ask you to save. You've now saved a copy of this postcard. You can come back to later and update as needed. It's gonna ask you to unsave changes. Do you want to save your design? Yeah, let's go ahead and save it. And you'll now see that's up here as well. Any questions so far? Comments, concerns?
So from starting over, so you go to the left-hand corner to the KW, you go down to the designs.
Correct.
To get started, you click on the designs.
Mhm.
And what's the next one you click?
To create a design, you'll just go down to the bottom right and click the plus sign.
That's fine. Okay. What about, okay, so now open up the next page, email, social, print, video, import.
Yep.
What about, I have one that's closing Thursday.
Okay.
And if I wanted like to do a housewarming,
Mhm.
I've asked my client, you know, how you want me to send out invitations or whatever.
Yep.
So I can, because it's not my listing, I'm representing the buyer, those photos aren't mine.
Sure.
So I'll just use her photo at the closing probably, you know. the
Something
little
like that,
house,
yeah.
Something like that, import it into here.
Yeah.
And I can create the postcards, like a Facebook,
Mhm.
that she can share with her friends or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, because then you can share, you can create a social post.
Okay.
Now, while we're talking on that subject, we're talking about marketing, designs, and images. You brought up a great point. You're the buyer's agent. Those listing photos, do they belong to you?
No.
Can you use them?
If I give permission.
If you get permission. If you don't get permission and someone wants to sue you or say copyright infringement, it's happened. You know what the first time offense fee is?
$1,000.
$15,000 for copyright infringement.
Hold on, so Zillow owes me a bunch of money then.
No, because you signed an agreement,
Why would we ever do that?
Yeah, I remember signing that.
right? But that's the thing.
So
So
they were getting sued though for that. Crazy enough.
probably.
Yeah, no, they really are. So it was a pretty huge lawsuit.
Yeah, it wouldn't- yeah. So when it comes to those images and everything, guys, like the example I used, it's crappy weather right now, but everyone's driven I-70 into the mountains, right? When you come off that drop into Genesee, that area right there, I guarantee there are millions of those photos online. I would caution you, take your phone. I was just talking to another agent. He's got the brand new iPhone 11, and he was out in a snowstorm and was trying to take pictures of how bad it was. The pictures made it look crystal clear and there was no issues. He's like, I could not see 2 feet in front of me. But the camera was great. Take a camera out, go take your own photos. You took the photo, you snapped it, it is tagged. There's all sorts of back-end stuff if anyone ever tries to sue you, whatever the case is. Use your own photos. or get permission from that person. Can I use your photos?
I'm just gonna do the walkthrough tomorrow.
Mhm.
We'll just pretend it closed.
Yep. So I'm gonna look at social because we were in print and it took us out to designs and we can pull some of those designs in. Same thing on social, and there's gonna be some different items in here. So you can see for my app, it's a bunch of Instagram stuff right now. Right now, there's not another thing for Facebook when it comes here, but if you go down to lead generation and let's go, I don't know, my website, you can see LinkedIn, Instagram stories, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my hero image or site hero images. We're not going to worry about that right now. We can go to Facebook and we can create, again, whatever you want. So if you're trying to find an Instagram photo, we've got templates. Facebook, Twitter, we've got all those templates. One of the things Lori asked is there are, as time goes on, it kind of delves into designs as well. We find, let's say I'm part of a team, I'm part of the Kristen Cole Network, and my boss, let's say they created something and wanted to share that out. There will eventually be an option to look at other people's as they say, hey, I want to give this out to people for an 8x8, a 33 touch, a SmartPlan, things along those lines. Eventually there will be a secondary library that we can go in and say, hey, I really like what Chris Suarez does, and he put that up there. Eventually I'll be able to go grab his stuff and custom tailor it to my stuff. Take out his logos and put my own in. Right now it doesn't exist. In this ecosystem, that is something that they are currently working on, is getting all that in. But that'll be nice when we go to family reunion, mega camp, or any of those classes, or as we start to have people come in and say, hey, this is our listing presentation. Instead of saying, hey, can you email that to me? They're probably gonna say, hey, just go download it. Some of them will ask for a fee. The way I currently understand that, that fee goes directly to KW Cares. So I could create a SmartPlan, I could create a campaign, and I could say, hey, I'm gonna let everyone else have this. If they want, it's just gonna be $5 to KW Cares. I'm okay with that. Or, hey, I don't care, just go have it. And I can set that up for free. But again, we've got all sorts of different things in here that we can go play around with. And they will all show up in here. And then from here, we have the options to remove, delete, share on social if it's a social post, use in campaigns, which we're going to talk about next week, is campaigns. But in designs, we could spend the next 6 hours in here playing. What I would recommend is go in and play. You can't break it. If you don't like it, it's not pretty enough, Jamie, you can delete it. And that's okay.
I'm sure this is user error, but I'm not getting any of this.
I'm not either.
No, I keep getting a little like sad looking
Yeah, I
page
keep getting
that
that too.
says web brand redirected you too many
You have
times.
too many redirects.
Ooh, fun.
So I haven't seen any of
So
this.
a bunch of people are online doing stuff.
So it's just touch it for now.
For right now, I give it a little bit of time.
We can't.
We are being recorded, Jamie.
Sorry.
It'll work when you're out of class.
Yeah, once you're out of class, it'll be fine.
Nobody's surprised.
All right, so that's designs as an overview. Again, go play. Let's talk about SmartPlans. So let's click the KW in the top left so we can see which one SmartPlans is. It's your third icon. What should pop up first is My SmartPlans. If you've created any SmartPlans, they'll show up here like you see on the screen. If you haven't created any SmartPlans, it'll be blank. So let's go ahead and click on Library. In Library, there are currently some SmartPlans already created for us. So we have a neighborhood, monthly neighborhood nurture. You have a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture, quarterly call plan, midterm nurture, long-term 8x8, birthday, open house follow-up, home anniversary, and promote my app. These are what's currently available right now as an already built for you system. The cool thing, you go in and say, I have no idea what the monthly neighborhood nurture is. Down on the bottom, if you hit view steps, It's a 3-step process. It takes 31 days, and there is one touch. And when I click on that, it says send HTML email, automated or manual email. Ooh, automated. I mean, I don't have to do something. These smart plans are already created for us. So it'll send out that HTML email, it'll delay 30 days, and send out another email. This is your monthly, this month in real estate. You can custom tailor or create your own that is for an individual neighborhood. So if you're farming and you're sending this stuff out through email, you can send out a this month in real estate for Clark Farms or Stonegate, Bradbury Ranch or Highlands Ranch or Stepping Stone or whatever you want. You can set those up. These are already pre-done for you.
Do we get to see what they say or what they look like?
Yep. Yeah, well, I'll show you that here in a second.
Okay.
The next item I'm going to look at is the 8x8 new contact engagement. So this says build relationships and win the real estate agent mind share battle with this 8-week plan. When I hit view steps, here's your steps. First thing it's going to do is send a text. It'll automatically do it if you've set up your I always screw this thing up. Twilio or whatever it is. If you set that up, it'll automatically send out a text message for you. If you don't have that set up, you don't want to set that up, that's fine. It'll give you a task on that day to say, send this text to this person, and here's what to say. Then it's going to delay, and it's going to hold on for 7 days and do nothing. And then it's going to set a touch task for you guys. Interaction task with contact. Again, it's going to say, call this person on this day and say this. Going to delay another 7 days, another phone call, delay 7 days, send another text message, delay 7 days, and then here, add to SmartPlan, link to the MNN. That's that monthly neighborhood nurture. So you can also set up your smart plans to say, start here, and then automatically move them to this piece. Again, so I don't have to worry about getting that message like in eEdge for a while. It was add these 400 people to your next campaign. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to go in and find all 400 of those people and then add them to a campaign. That's a whole wasted day of, I don't want to deal with it. I can set this thing up once and forget about it, and it's just going to automatically go.
Janice, is there any way to see who's opened the emails, or do they have that ability right now?
So currently they have that on the individual contact. So you'd have to go in and say, hey, I know I'm sending stuff to Amber, so I'm going to go into her contact and see the timeline, and I can see that information in there. I'm assuming as time goes on, it will start to give us analytics on these smart plans and the campaigns as well, like we'll talk about next week, that'll say, hey, your open rate is X%. And then you could probably click on that and see all the people who have opened it. So it sets up all that stuff, and it's going to tell you what to do. So the nice thing is, right from here, you can add the smart plan. The one thing you have to do is you have to rename it. What I've done, honestly, because I'm lazy, I put a 1 at the end of it. I said my bi-weekly neighborhood nurture 1. I renamed it. I don't care what it's called for these setup ones. Now, if I'm creating a custom one, which we'll play around with here in a little bit, yeah, I would probably name that my own custom thing so I know what it is. And then I can hit apply. You'll notice here these drop downs, you can't change anything yet. However, as time goes on, you can set these triggers to go on certain items. So you can have the way they're looking at this is you've got a client. I'm going to use Randy as an example. So Randy's going to sell his house. He's going to use me as the agent. I put him into opportunities, and I put him on under contract. I can eventually set this up that once it goes under contract, it is now going to automatically send a smart plan to Randy because he's under contract on the sale of his house.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, here's the next steps, whatever the case may be. As time goes on, we're going to be able to set those triggered events up for those people. So again, I can set it up once now and not have to worry about that process later.
And we're not creating that, it's already in there, the congratulations, next steps, all that.
So
Or
there will
maybe-
probably be some pre-done stuff as time goes on, but you can also set up your own custom ones with that. I'm going to probably do some of that stuff custom because my process runs probably a little different than yours. And the things I'm tracking and focusing on. So you can, I'm again sure that there's going to be a pre-done for us, congratulations, you're under contract, or congratulations, you just signed a listing agreement, you're stuck with me for the next 30 days while I sell your house, whatever the case may be. Or you can create your own customs. And then when I hit apply, I can go back to my SmartPlans in the top left-hand corner, and you'll see that my bi-weekly neighborhood nurture 1. On here, these are the current running SmartPlans. So you'll notice on mine, I have 6 going. One of them is a birthday SmartPlan. This is a send a happy birthday text or whatever it is. I can't remember exactly what's in there, but send that out every single year on their birthday. Then I don't have to worry about it. Home anniversary. I need to add someone into that because we just sold a house yesterday. So I can add that anniversary in.
Janice, with the Twilio, with the texting, does it come from your phone number, does it?
No, it does not come from my phone number. However, a lot of those texts, they're pre-drafted to say, hi, Lori, this is Seamus. So they know that eventually that'll come just from that one text message. I'm still trying to figure that out. That is one of the drawbacks I hear from a lot of people, myself included. I want it to come from my cell phone number. However, at the same time, I don't really want to give another third-party company access to my cell phone data. So I'm just going to figure it out. What's that?
Is it the same text that Deb uses?
Kind of. So she uses another third-party company called Haymarket, but kind of that same thing. It comes from one dedicated system.
Yeah.
So I can say, hey, you're going to get some text messages from me from a different number. That's one of my systems. Go ahead and save that in so they know. I'm personally still trying to figure out how to have that conversation because I don't want some of my clients who aren't as tech savvy to go, wait, what is this? Why am I getting this random text message from a number I don't know? And then my fear is they're going to try to call it and it's not going to work. So.
We get spam along with text messages too.
Correct. Yep. So you can see the total touches, the duration, if they're activated, and then over here on the side, you can go to actions. So let's go back to that biweekly. Oop, just kidding. I can't edit that one. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to click on one and edit it. Question was, can I see what's in there? Here's what's in there. I went to the edit page of one of these items, these touch campaigns, or these SmartPlans, sorry. And now I can see what's going on in here. If it has text and you have your Twilio, wherever it is, however you say that, connected, the from, you'll see in here, it's grayed out, says your Twilio account is connected. If it's not connected, it'll say it's not connected. So that way you know. And we can go in here and we can actually change what this says. If you don't know HTML coding, that contact first name, contact last name, agent first name, agent last name, and team name, don't touch them. Those brackets are very specific for coding. If you know what that means, cool. If you have no idea what it means, just leave them. But you can change or add to any of that text. I learned this morning. There are 2 types of text messages. There's a static text message and a dynamic text message. Static text message is this exact text is going out every single time. So some of these SmartPlans that are automatically in there for you is send a text every 7 days and then repeat forever. It'll send you the same exact text message. Dynamic, you can send a series. You can have up to 6 different text messages that go out and it should run them in an order or randomize them. So I'm not sending the same text message to you every, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, and getting those people to stop spamming. I can set up a few different variations of this, like on, let's say, my mobile app. I want that in all of my smart plans as an example. I can set up a dynamic text message that has 6 different options or 6 different ways I've phrased it to download the app. And that way they're not getting hit with the same exact piece every single time.
That shouldn't even be an option.
What's that?
That shouldn't even be an option.
I agree. You'll see the delays in here, the create task, send email. Here's the task description. Send let's grab coffee email to this person as part of an 8x8 touch campaign. All sorts of different things. Now it looks kind of funky, so what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna back out. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna create, in quotations, our own custom smart plan. Reason I want to do it that way is it's just going to make more sense. You guys will understand what some of this stuff means. Continue, yes. So over on the top right-hand side, top right, create. And the plan name, I don't know, let's call it testing in class. So I'm assuming we're not going to activate this for anyone. Let's go to apply. So what we're doing right now is creating our own smart plan. So let's use the example of Randy went under contracts. Okay? And I want to start sending stuff out when he goes under contracts. So on the right-hand side, you'll see the select an action to create the next step. So we can choose a trigger event. Is that blue button icon right there? Right now, again, I can't do anything with this. As time goes on, I will be able to change this trigger. As it stands right now, we have to create the smart plan and then manually add someone onto it. And I'll show you how to do that here in a little bit too. So let's say the first thing I want to do is send an email. If I click on send an email, it'll pop up in here. And I can go in, it says reply to my email address subject. I can name it whatever I want. And then I can type some fun stuff in. So we're going to type here. Congrats on going under contract. As an example. Your email goes here. So let's say hi. I'm going to break someone's brain today, and I apologize. I want to put in the client's name. I don't want to have to keep going in and typing this every single time. So you'll notice over here you got bold, italicized, underline, all the fun normal stuff you see. But on the right-hand side, you'll see a little F period in these weird brackets. If we click that down arrow, I can go hi, contact first name. What it will do is it's going to find that contact's first name in their contacts and plug that in for you so you don't have to type in hi Randy, hi Lori, hi Danielle, hi Amber, hi whatever the case is. It'll automatically do that for you. Type out whatever you want. Congrats on going under contract, blah, 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 blah. This will automatically send out for you. And let's say I want to wait. I can set a delay on the right-hand side. And I can set that delay up to a maximum of 30 days, so 1 to 30. So congratulations, whatever the case is. I can then wait, I don't know, let's say 2 days. And then I can go back up here and then I can make a call. You name it, call, task description, type in whatever you want. And it'll be due today. It'll be 2 days after that first email.
Okay, I the 2 in there, and then where did, what am I
Scroll back
checking?
up. I went make a phone call.
No, I mean, did it already save this?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm looking for somewhere to hit save, but it's
No,
already.
yeah, there's no save there
So
yet.
now where I'm
We're still
going,
building, so scroll back up and then make a phone call.
so that's done.
Correct. So you can add in all this stuff. You can create a task to, I don't know, check on earnest money receipts, whatever you want, whatever you need. You can also send a text message. You can add them to a smart plan at that point in time too. The other thing you can do on any of these, we're using this as an example of going under contract, but if we were doing something else, another type of smart plan, a quarterly call or whatever the case is, I can restart that flow infinite times, or I can restart that flow twice or once. So I can say, hey, I want to, let's say Jamie, I met at an open house and I created a smart plan because she said she's interested in buying a home in the next 6 months. I can create a smart plan that resets every 30 days with an action item for me to call her every 30 days. And I can say, set it up for 6 months. At that point in time, if she's still not picking up the phone and talking to me, to be callous, do I need to keep pounding my head against the wall and trying to call her? Because I met her once at her open house. We talked for 10 minutes. She seemed nice. She seemed interested, but it's been 6 months of her not answering the phone with me trying to get an appointment. Do I want to waste my time?
Time to check the tax records,
Yeah, something.
find their name.
So we can do all that. The key piece, Lori or Rhonda was asking about this. Before you do anything, when you're done, top right-hand corner, hit save. And it'll save that entire smart plan for you, and you can now use that whenever you want. It is now part of your system. The plan is I can turn it on or off right from here, and I can also automatically add people to this smart plan. So let's add Amber in there and a smart plan. When we're adding people to a smart plan, we can start it right now, or we can say, hey, I want to wait until a specific date. One of the things you can do with a smart plan, that's one of the things my team's looking at, is we do a couple events every single year. We do an Easter Lily giveaway, and we do the pie event. I could create this smart plan now in preparation for the pie event in November and say, cool, I want everyone to go on this, and don't start it until then. Or if I'm going on vacation or whatever the case is, you can tell the system when to start sending these items out or to start and activate this smart plan. Let's start it now, just because I can. And you'll notice on here, if you have a Twilio account set up, all SMS messages will be automatically sent from your Twilio number. Again, if you don't have that set up, it'll give you a task to send that text. And it'll, again, give you the actual information, the body of the text that you'll just type into your phone. And now you'll see Amber's in there. And I can turn it off, turn it on, or I can add right from here. The other place I can add people to a smart plan is directly within their contacts information. So I've got Amber in. Let's say I need to send this to Faye. When I click into Faye, I can go to Smart Plans, and I can add to Smart Plan. And it'll show all the current Smart Plans I have access to that I've said I want to use, select the corresponding one or ones I want, and I'm good. I can say birthday, and confirm. Oh, I haven't had Faye's birthday in. But then it would show up. Let's go back to Amber. And you can see Smart Plans. I guess I added it to my second contact with Amber. There it is. And I can see that Amber once this reloads, is on 3 SmartPlans. So you can have them on as many as you want or as few as you want, and you can have fun from there.
Do we pay for Twilio?
You do pay for Twilio. It is a pay. So the way it works, I set mine up this morning. So you link from command into Twilio, and every time your account with Twilio goes below $10, it'll automatically charge you $20 to load back into your account. Now, the cool thing, I checked the prices, to send a text message is 0.0075 cents. To receive a text message is 0.0075 cents for text. If you're sending a MMS or a media, a picture or a video, it is 2 cents to send and 1 cent to receive. So it's pretty inexpensive. I'm bad at math, but 0.0075 cents, that's less than a penny for text. If I've got, I don't know, 1,000 contacts, how much is that gonna be? Not all that expensive. Cool. What else do you guys want to go over? Do I need to go back to as it relates to designs or SmartPlans? Nothing.
That's pretty good.
You did
Wow.
options.
Done.
Ten for
Good
each.
job.
What I was saying again, and we'll talk about this every single week. Go in and play. If you aren't already in your own database as a contact, add yourself in right now, fill everything out, and use yourself as a test subject. See what these things look like. I am in my contact information. I am on every single smart plan that I have created. I just want to know what it looks like. I want to see what it does. I'm interested because I just set up my Twilio account this morning. I'm really interested to see what happens with the text messages. I want to know what number it comes from. I'm hoping some of you will do that as well, so I can see if your number is different than mine. I'm assuming it should be. I just want to double check. That's the nerd in me trying to figure that out.
Still can't do anything in designs. Like a common, just there's too many people.
It's going to be for a while, yeah. And yeah, we've talked about that too. Sometimes the system's going to crash. It's not going to work. You're going to get these error messages. I got a couple error messages this morning trying to do stuff. It's going to happen as time goes on because a lot of this stuff just launched out. We've got a bunch of, let's be honest, real estate agents, our second job is a professional squirrel chaser. So we're going to go in here and play around with all this stuff and not lead generate. So there's a lot of people online trying to figure this stuff out. More stuff is being added all the time too. Case in point, again, on my homepage, I like to see the updates of what's going on within Command. So product updates today, in case you missed it, the 8x8 Smart Plan is back and ready for everyone to use. If you haven't been in Designs lately, you'll see some new templates and a new KW app category, and stay in the know with opportunities. Keller Williams International is going to be constantly updating this. I think I saw Josh Team post on social media late last week that in one day they had already done like 4 major updates to the system in 24 hours. So they're playing around with this stuff too. They're adding stuff on as it goes. So keep that in mind. I was talking to another agent yesterday about some of the tech stuff. If you feel like you're running into a wall and you're getting stressed out and frustrated, seriously do what I do. Walk away. Walk away from your computer. Go for a walk. Grab a cookie. Have a cocktail. I don't know. Whatever you do. Unwind for 30 minutes and then come back to it with fresh eyes and you should be okay.
Do 4 shots and come right back.
That too. I did just buy a new whiskey that I have to try out, so I'm excited for that.
There you go. There you go.
What else you guys got? Well, if that's it, what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. We have until 1. If you guys want to get in and start poking around, I'm going to turn the recording off and hang out in here. If you guys are playing with stuff, running into issues, grab me. Randy can throw something at me. I told him he could. And I'm here to help you guys out. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shannon.
Good job.